Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, good morning. It's 12:22 on Friday, June 14th. I'm your host, Dottley. This is the Ninja of Another Color. That's correct. I said ninja because the other two ninjas are not available at this time. They'll be back next week. And I think we're doing a Cartoon Rewind podcast, I think next week. But again, I'm your host, Dottley. This is the Ninjas of Another Color. We are a pop culture, current events, sports podcast, and much more. Rate, review, follow, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Please give us 5 stars, give us 4 stars, give us 3 stars, give us 2 stars. Yes, you can give us even 1 star. If you don't give us any stars, I'll just assume we're doing it properly. We're available on Spotify, iHeart Radio, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcast, Pandora, YouTube Music, previous Google Podcasts, TuneIn Radio, and Apple Podcasts. Yes, we are available on Apple Podcasts. You can contact us at ninjasofanotheracolor@gmail.com. Available on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You can support. Yes, you can support via Cash App or Zelle. The information is on the About page of our podcast. Yes, today's show, we'll be talking about the multiverse. Well, it's a question because I saw a great show that kind of wonder, is the multiverse everything? But right now, let's get the show started. Yep, that's the SWAT cats, a radical squad. All right, on today's show, we're going to start with the Atlanta Braves. Yes, the Atlanta Braves lost 5 games in a row, but I think this was the final game of the road trip. They'll be back in Atlanta tonight, since it is Friday. They salvaged the last game of the series. It's not looking good for the Bravos. It looks like it's going to be a wild card this year. So let's see if we win the wild card and win the World Series.
The Atlanta Braves 35-30. They are in the midst of their longest losing streak in 6 years. They've lost 5 in a row, and the Braves have scored just 2 runs in the series.
And there is Cole Irvin. Again, they acquired him last year from Oakland. He's not afraid to pitch to contact. See how that plays out here against the Braves.
Michael Harris, the second, the Atlanta center fielder, will make contact on the first pitch, and he sends a sinker bounding past Jorge Mateo. First pitch at 106, first hit at 106 for Atlanta. Now Ozzie Albies. He's first pitch swinging as well, and that's over the head of Westberg and into left field. Harris breaks for third. Albies with his third career double against Cole Irvin and 7 at-bats. And on 2 pitches, Atlanta has 2 base runners in scoring position.
Marcell Ozuna continuing his hot hitting. Right center field. That's going to plug the gap. Atlanta's going to grab a 2-0 lead. 3 batters in. Courtesy of a 2 RBI double from Marcell Ozuna.
The 1-2 cut through and miss for strike 3. And after seeing 3 batters, all of whom get hits off of Irvin, he has his first strikeout of the game. The 2-strike pitch, change up, cut through and miss for strike 3. So Irvin, 2 strikeouts in the first inning, but the Braves act fast as they get their first 2 runs of the game on the first 4 pitches.
But it all starts with Gunnar Henderson going against Reynaldo Lopez for the Atlanta Braves. CJ, 12th start of the year for Lopez.
He's been great this year, 3-2 in those 11 starts.
There's a grounder past Riley. So Gunnar Henderson goes the other way for a leadoff single.
And now Adley looking for his first hit of the series. Henderson runs, and d'Arnaud just didn't get a clean grip of the ball. A late throw and a steal for Gunnar Henderson, who's now 9 for 9 on the year.
2-2, looking for the strikeout on the pitch on the way. He'll get it. Blew it right on by him. Fastball 96 and have a seat.
2 outs in the inning now for Anthony Santander.
Gets a low pitch, drills it high in the air to right. Does it have the distance? Not quite. A long flyout means it's 2-0 after 1. There's a good breaking ball. Irvin has found his rhythm now. He struck out 3 of the last 4 as he gets Adam Duvall.
0-2 the pitch. Strike 3 called. Beauty.
Another great pitch by Cole Irvin. It's almost like a different guy now after the first 3 hitters.
3-2 breaking ball way off the plate, and Harris went with him. 3 more strikeouts for Irvin, who's got 5 through 2.
And 2 down here in the inning. That brings Kyle Stowers up to the plate. First time we've seen him in this series.
1-2, and Lopez throws a 96-mile-per-hour heater past Stowers, and it remains 2-0.
First and second, nobody out.
Irvin in some third-inning trouble. Olsen sprays one into center. Mullins makes a catch on the run.
Austin Riley, powerful third baseman for Atlanta. The 2-1. Ground ball rolled to shortstop. Henderson gobbles it up to second for 1, and that's all the Orioles will get. They're 2 away, but now they're on the corners.
In the right field, it should do it. First and second, nobody out, and Irvin gets out of it. All right, second time through the lineup. We'll see if the Orioles can solve Lopez. They struck out a pair, giving up 2 ground ball hits.
There's the 2-2 pitch, and Henderson reaches and misses for strike 3.
Again, the 3-2, and this time Lopez wins the battle. A fist pump for the right-hander as he sets down the O's in order in the third.
All right, here's Adam Duvall, and he'll smack one to the left field. That's down for a base hit.
Radio voice.
Adam hits the bag at first, holds there, and there's a leadoff single for the Braves. And getting the leadoff man on today has been like clockwork for Atlanta.
2-strike pitch, perfect.
Yes.
Alec on more with the delayed punch out. Kelnick frozen on a fastball by Irvin, and he ties the season high with his 6th strikeout.
And 2 down here in the top of the 4th inning. Back to the top of the order to Michael Harris.
Harris grounds it, stopped by Mateo, but unable to complete the play on the toss to Henderson. So the inning continues for Atlanta. So runners at first and second. And Ozzie Albies, who already has a double and a single today, with an opportunity here in the 4th inning. Kowser has a long way to go. He won't get there. Ozzie Albies is 3 for 3, and we're only in the 4th inning. And this hit produces a run. 3-0 Atlanta.
3-2. Zipped it by him for a called 3rd strike. Good fastball. And a dejected O'Hearn has his shoulder slump, gives a word to Malachi Moore, and then he walks back to the dugout in a saddened fashion.
Let's see how this pitch goes. All right, keep the hat on. That's 7 strikeouts. Cole Irvin now with a season high in strikeouts as he gets Olsen for a second time.
2-2. Swing and a miss. 98. Lopez hits that number for the second time here this afternoon, and he has 6 strikeouts.
1-2 to Stowers. Goodbye. Wiped him out with a slider, and that's 12 in a row sent down by Reynaldo Lopez. He has 7 strikeouts for the ball game.
Right now, the Braves, some unfinished business here in Baltimore, trying to win Game 3 of the series. Adam Duvall is 1 for 2. Duvall does get on. He's 2 for 3 today. A pair of singles.
Fielder's choice by Kelnick. 1 down for Arcia.
This ball is lined past the diving glove of Westberg. And it rolls around to the corner and causes some problems, and that's going to allow Kelnick to come all the way around to score. So an RBI double for Orlando. Arcia make it 4-0 Atlanta. And Michael chases a sinker upstairs. 8 strikeouts for Irvin now, 2 down. And that's going to be it for Cole Irvin. It's over 100 pitches. He will leave this game trailing 4-0 in the 6th. Now Lopez retiring the last 12 that he has faced, so try to continue that as he deals to Mateo here in the bottom of the 6th. Struck him out, tying a season-high 8 Ks for Lopez.
So the second time through, Lopez strikes out 6 of 9 Orioles. And he has retired 13 straight.
Ozzie Albies over. Backhands. Clean play from the Braves second baseman. 2 outs. 3-1 pitch. It will be a walk, so that stops the stretch of 14 in a row retired by Lopez. Adley Rutschman down to first base. In play to center. It'll hang in the air for Michael Harris. And Reynaldo Lopez gets through 6 beautiful innings on a beautiful day in Baltimore.
Bottom of the 7th here in Charm City. Score stands at 4-0 after Reynaldo Lopez blanked the Orioles for the first 6 innings. He was fantastic. 8 strikeouts, only 2 hits allowed, and 1 walk. Next man up for the Braves looking to continue that success, Pierce Johnson.
Santander puts this in play out to left. Now Kelnick's going to have to charge late, but he got there. What a recovery by Jared Kelnick for the first out in the bottom of the 7th.
Same with Cole Urban. And
Opposite field, Westberg, deep right center, and that ball will land on the warning track on a hop. And it's a 2-hit day for Jordan Westberg back in the lineup and putting together a couple of good at-bats. 3-2 for Mullins on the way. And it's a curveball up and away. Nice job by Sid. He draws the Orioles' second walk. And they've got 2 base runners on for the first time.
And now Stowers will bat. And now the tying run is in the on-deck circle.
Stowers' first pitch swinging. Towering fly ball. And all of a sudden, it's a 1-run game. Kyle Stowers was ready for the hook. And he absolutely smashed it. 439 feet. Some light tower Stowers power. And it is a 4-3 game in the blink.
Really ever, but especially now. A 1 ground ball, fair down the left field line. Michael Harris around second, heading for third. They're going to stop him right there. And it's a double by Ozzie Albies, and for the first time this year, he's got a 4-hit game.
So 2-2 now against Olsen. Braves 4, Orioles 3 in the 9th. 1 out. They're at second and third.
Oh, that gets away from Rutschman. And a wild pitch gives Atlanta a 9th inning cushion.
And they hand the Braves a break here in the 9th. And it's 5-3 Atlanta as Harris scores on the wild pitch and Ozzie from second to third.
And Olsen, this will get the run in. That thing is hit well to right field. It is off the base of the wall. Olsen is into second with an RBI double, and Atlanta now enjoying a 6-3 lead. Mullins went to high school in Snellville, Georgia. Or after, I should say, being born in Greensboro, North Carolina. So he's familiar with the Braves, and he singles to right field. So 2 on as the Orioles try to rally here in the home half of the 9th inning.
And it will be Kyle Stowers, whose last swing went 439 feet, representing the tying run.
And this one definitely not a homer. It's to shallow center. Harris hustling. He's got it. A diving, sensational grab from Michael Harris II.
How about the reaction from Jerry Kelnick?
So 2 down, and now a pinch hitter as Ryan Mountcastle will step in here in the spot of Jorge Mateo. 1-2, grounded. Ozzie Albies. He's got it. And the Braves win. 6-3 is the final. They stopped the 5-game losing streak. They also
swing went 439 feet, representing the tying run.
And this one definitely not a homer. It's to shallow center. Harris hustling. He's got it. A diving, sensational grab from Michael Harris II.
How about the reaction?
All right, that is the Braves. No Acuna. The bats are cold, and the bullpen is bad. It's not as good. No Masnick. We need more we need more pitching, and we need more offense. I think the offense will come around probably in July more than anything. July, August, like towards the end of the year, I think it'll come around. But again, they're 10 games back of the Phillies, and I think they're either leading or in the second wildcard spot, one of them. So they just went out. They just went out for the rest of the year, and they're good. All right. I haven't talked Falcons because It didn't make any sense. I was one of those people who saw when they drafted Penix. I was like, if you're gonna draft Penix, why did you sign Cousins? But taking a step back, kind of realized that you have Penix for 4 or 5 years if he doesn't get hurt. So the first 2 years he learns under Cousins. So Cousins, 2-year deal. He signed for 4, but it's technically a 2-year deal that can get rid of him without penalty after the second year. So I think that's what's going to happen. They're going to let him ride for 2 years. Then you have to have Penix for 5 to 7, depending on that. And hopefully they win a Super Bowl or 2 under this regime. But they got pinched for talking to Cousins early. Terry got to pay a fine. The team got to pay a fine, and they lost a 5th-round pick. But check this out.
We have some news today. The league issuing discipline to the Falcons for violating its anti-tampering rules in their negotiations with Kirk Cousins. How is Atlanta being punished?
They are fining the Falcons a 5th-round draft pick. They also fined their general manager, Terry Fontenot, $50,000. They fined the franchise $250,000. And so there are people around the league who actually thought that the penalties, the draft pick forfeiture, would be more significant than it is right now. A 5th-round pick is light considering that the league ruled that there was tampering with 3 different free agents, including Kirk Cousins. We've seen other teams penalized in a more severe fashion. When you spoke to other teams, they expected the penalties to be higher, but the league felt like a 5th-round draft pick and those financial penalties were in line with what the Falcons did. You're not allowed to have contact with players during the 2-day tampering period, not direct contact. There was evidence that the Falcons did have direct contact with Kirk Cousins. It's costing them a 5th-round draft pick and another $300,000 in fines.
All right. Adam Schefter, appreciate the insight.
All right, $300,000. Take that out of Kirk's signing bonus. And yeah, you take that out of Kirk's signing bonus and everything's straight. Yeah, everything is straight. Like I said, I didn't really think about them having a problem with it, but it is what it is. And I hope, like I said, I hope they win the Super Bowl while they have Kirk Cousins. And I hope they win the Super Bowl when Michael Penix is ready to take the lead. All right, that's the Falcon talk for right now because it is OTAs and mini camps coming up. We have August. We have 60, probably 50 something days. 50 something days. That's for college football. About 60, maybe 61, 62 for the NFL. So that is my Falcons talk. So we will pick up more Falcon talk as more news comes about. All right, we're gonna move on to toy section. So we're going to hold on one second. All right, we're gonna move on to our toy news. I usually do toy news with the full crew, so I'm gonna do it light this time. So from Big Bad Toy Store, we have, I think, a reissue of Soundwave with Rumble, Laserbeak, and Ravage. This is the Transformer Legacy United. I think he's a different color. It's the 40th anniversary. I think I know Frank will get it, but it's up for pre-order coming in October. It stands 8.5 inches, plastic, based on the 1984 Transformers. Little class, premier detail, converts from robot to cassette player in 18 steps. Includes Buzzsaw, Ravage, and Decepticon Rumble. Who's Buzzsaw? Buzzsaw, I guess, is Laserbeak's illegitimate brother, but I think Frank will get this. All right. We have another Transformer. And this is, I think it's Galvatron. I don't think Frank will get this one, but this is Galvatron as a tank. Again, Legacy Unlimited Leader Class. Aura transforms from tank, and it is for 54. Yeah, it's Galvatron. Stands 7 inches, made of plastic, based off of Transformers Armada animated series. Highly detailed, premium articulation. Leader class converts robots in 23 steps. I'm not sure about this one. I don't like it, but Frank is a Decepticon guy, so he might like it. So that is it for toy news. All right, we're going to move on to one of our, well, not one of ours, but highly scrutinized show, episode 3. Everybody didn't like all the reviews on 1 and 2 said it was boring, but in episode 3, it really set the internet on fire. My thing is, if you don't like women, don't like gay people, and you didn't watch this show, but you need to watch the entire show to form your opinion. But if you just bash in the show without even watching, you're a bigot. You're a bigot, and we're gonna see the best scenes. Check it out.
Ubuntu tree's so beautiful. It's dangerous. Only if we eat it. Stop! I don't want to do the ascension. Can we stay here a little longer? Let's go home. I'm with you. Always one, born us two.
It is not safe out here.
Sorry, Mother Coral.
Now, come with me.
I told you this planet would be safe haven for our coven.
It is not going to stay safe if OSHA keeps running away. A firm hand is required.
OSHA is testing her boundaries. It's normal behavior for a child. Some call it a force and claim to use it. The threat is not a power you wield. You will experience the power of many. Your enemies will not warn you before they attack. Block me. Excellent, May.
OSHA, I expect more from you.
I don't know if I want to be a witch.
The thread tied you together before you were born. Ascension is about walking through fear. The galaxy is not a place that welcomes women like us. Witches who have the abilities we do. You and your sister are special, Osha.
I share everything with you, and you hide things from me or run off alone. I want to have my own things. Because I want to do everything together all the time. But why? Because we're not the same. Don't you wonder what could be out there besides Brendock? Everything I need is here.
Do you vow upon my death to protect the secrets of our coven and continue our legacy?
I do.
Mother! The Jedi! They've sliced the platform.
Yes, the
Good evening.
Jedi.
We are
This is
concerned
the Jedi cover-up.
that you are training children. The Republic lost.
Brendock is not a part of the Republic.
There are no children here.
My name is Saul.
Osha.
May we meet your sister?
So, no. I think you would make a very good Jedi, Osha. Would you like to be
Stranger
tested
danger.
and see if you could become one?
If you want your Padawan returned to his right mind, I suggest you all leave.
You cannot deny that Jedi have the right to test potential Padawans.
The scouts will bring Osha to your camp at midday.
Her sister, too.
Gather my advisors.
If they pass, the girls leave.
How will we know how to fail?
Whatever's in your heart, you must say the opposite.
If we pass, they take us away.
But as you grow, what you want, it changes, it shifts. Like the seasons. In winter, we hunt with bunta. In summer, with bows and arrows.
We still hunt. That doesn't change. I want to say what's in my heart. You have to lie. Hi.
Did
Do all Jedis get one of those?
After much training, yes.
What are you doing?
I was just taking a blood sample.
In this test, you must divine what images appear on the testing screen.
How about this next one?
A mountain.
Correct.
That wasn't a mountain.
Did someone tell you to fail this test?
Your family doesn't want to be separated from you.
What do you want, Osha? The Jedi saw how special I was.
Jedi kidnapping
I
kids.
found out there were many other children like me.
I want to be a Jedi.
Then you must have the courage to tell the truth.
I want to see the galaxy. Don't want to be a witch. What's wrong with you? Mama! Mama!
Destiny is not
issues.
decided for you by an anonymous force. You get to make a choice. Fear should not make this decision, Osha. You should.
I want to be a Jedi, Mama.
I must discuss the situation with everyone here, but we will consider your wish when we do so.
I love you, Mama.
I love you.
I'll kill you.
Damn.
I won't let it happen. Hey, please! Mama! Help me! Mama's dead. What have you done? What have you done? What have you done?
Why did he catch up with the fourth?
Let's keep going. You're okay, Ocean. We are on our way to Croissant. They started a fire. It destroyed everything.
We a little black girl.
Oh my God.
We must.
Your train is my bottom. You're going to be okay, Ocean. You will never feel like this, okay?
Ocean.
All right. Okay. Let's start with the backlash. The backlash is that some people don't like black people or gay people in Star Wars. They don't like them being represented. I don't understand what's the problem. We all live on this planet. We all need to be represented. Just because the white boy who was immaculately conceived, he is, the Holy Grail to some people. Just because two women, one black, one white, conceived without a male, artificial insemination, and they birthed two twins without a father, y'all up in uproar. Man, get over it. The world is round, it's not flat. All right. I think this is a good show. The premise is very good because you have a Jedi cover up, and you see how the Sith took their overconfidence and beat them moving into the prequels. If people just take out black and white and just look at it as Jedi and Sith, look at them as just people, this show will be a good show. But it is what it is, and that was the Acolyte. I think it's fun every Tuesday. So hopefully next week, Wednesday, I'll do the shows right after so we can talk about it. I like to get the other ninjas in so we can actually do something, like review the show, but they don't like to watch it in real time. They like to binge watch. All right, speaking of binge watch, I saw something the other day that got my attention because of the multiverse. Yes, because the title of this episode is "Do You Believe in the Multiverse?" Is the multiverse? What do you think of the multiverse? Because Marvel does the multiverse. I think everybody does the multiverse, but this show called Dark Matter on Apple. Hope they don't copyright it or flag me for that. But it was a good show that I saw due to binge watching. I couldn't sleep, stress and all that stuff. So here they explain the premise of the show in 30 seconds.
Dark Matter is a beautiful exploration of the human daydream / fear of what if I'd made the other choice.
A man named Jason Dessen, he's married.
Loves his life, but sometimes wonders, what if?
One night he goes out and on his way home, he's abducted.
A man who is confronted by a version of himself who made different choices than he made.
And he wakes up in this world where everyone recognizes him, but nothing for him seems the same.
I don't know. It sounds like he's crazy.
Yeah, that is the premise of the show. Because in the multiverse, there's so many of us. So one of his doppelgangers comes to this dimension, or like say dimension 616 in the regular universe, in a Marvel universe, 616, and kidnaps him. he takes over his job, replaces him, and gives him his life. Because in his world, he made the mistake of not picking the girl. So that's the premise of the show. So here is a scene from the first episode. Talk about Schrodinger's cat. And big Bang fans would know what this is because they explained it to Penny.
What's that supposed to be?
A cat. We have a cat in a sealed box. And also in the box, we have a vial of poison, a single radioactive atom, and a Geiger counter. Now, if there is no atomic decay, the cat lives. But if the atom does decay, then the Geiger counter will detect radiation, which will set off a charge, which will break the vial, and poor cat dies. Oh, he's right. Oh, he's right. Now, the Copenhagen interpretation of quantum mechanics suggests something crazy. Before we look inside, the atom exists in a superposition, which is a fancy way of saying that it is in an undetermined state of both decaying and not decaying. Which means what?
This guy had a thing for torturing cats.
Thanks, Riley. No. Schrodinger was his name, and he had a thing for understanding the universe. The answer, for anybody who cares to know, is that the atom in superposition means that the cat is both alive and it is dead.
All right. This is him in the normal universe. I don't think he's like, the premise is he is just happy with his life. And just one night, his doppelganger kidnaps him. In the other universe, he is a super scientist, and he created a box that allows him to travel through multiple universes. It is a mind challenging show. And it makes you guess what fork in the road have you in life took that if you turn right, it turned out well, turned out left, turned out bad. If you had the opportunity to change it, would you? Right. We're gonna go to episode 2. This is the other Jason in class.
I'll take over from here. Thank you for covering for me. Sorry I was late. You find all this a little boring? Or do you already know all this stuff? It's okay. I find it a little bit boring. It is. That's up to you. You know what true boredom looks like? Your life in 5 years' time, and you realize you haven't paid attention, and you'll find yourself working for other people, likely a middle management person who takes out their frustrations and their despair on you while you're trying to sell products and services that you don't care about. There's some multinational corporation who doesn't actually give flying excuse my language, if you exist. But I care. Because for this fleeting moment, what's your name?
Riley.
Riley. That's right, Riley. This fleeting moment, Riley, and everybody else who's still on your phones, put them away. You get to sit in a classroom and ponder the mysteries of our existence. That is great. Now, I'm not expecting you to understand everything. I'm not a cruel man. But I do expect you to respect the opportunity. Pay attention. That's all.
All right, again, see the difference? Him becoming a teacher, coming over to the new dimension. And one of the things that you notice in the show, he got what he wanted, but is not what he expected, because he reverts back to something that later on in the show we'll go on to figure it out, that he reverts back to something he was missing from his old dimension. All right. Now this is Jason in the B dimension. Spoiler alert.
What if the person that abducted me is me?
How could he be you?
Not exactly me. A version of me. Like, all right, imagine. He and I are the same person all those years ago, right up until the moment that you got pregnant. Then we split up into our own separate universes. We split because I chose to be with you, and he chose to pursue work, which led to the creation of the box. What if in this moment, I'm in his world and he's in mine?
Why would you do this to yourself?
Now, do you see? Would you do that to right a mistake that you, if you had the power, to do it, would you right the mistake? Would you? All right. I think I would. I'm not sure if, I think I would if I had the power. Okay, we're going to move on to episode 3. This is when he sees the box for the first time. Again, I hope they don't flag me for copyright.
A long time ago, I tried to
alert.
build a 1-inch cube that could put an aluminum nitride disc in superposition to actually create what Schrodinger had imagined for his cat.
That's right. So you remember your breakthrough? When you started scaling up in size?
Oh, I never finished. Never find a way to fully shield the box from the outside environment to the superposition state. Collapsing.
Okay. So your memory stopped before it went into Pavia.
Is this some kind of alloy? I mean, that can't be the answer.
It is. Jason, you came up with so much more. See, underneath that alloy is a layer of active adaptive shielding that you developed.
Adaptive?
Yep.
Adaptive. Fuck. That's it.
It's full of smart materials to generate fields cancel out whatever radiation or sound tries to make it inside. It's like the world's most advanced noise-canceling headphones.
And it doesn't just block the sound, it blocks the noise, everything.
And gives off a robust magnetic field in exchange for that trick.
What's inside?
Absolutely nothing.
So far, you are the only person to go inside and return.
There are others. What happened to them?
We don't know. Recording devices can't be used inside.
How many were there?
3.
How do you sweep 3 missing people under a rug?
First was an employee. See, when Blair didn't return, you started talking about going next. We tried to dissuade you, but you felt guilty. Said you built the box. That you should be the one to figure out how it works, and you did.
What happened after I disappeared?
We put out a call for volunteers. Anonymously.
Did they even have any idea what they were signing up for?
Eventually.
You know, we're not gonna go up to episode 6 just yet, but yeah, how do you feel? Because that's when he just realized that he did, like, he was trying to catch up to see what happened. But yeah, we're gonna go to episode 4. This is when he decides to become rich in this world.
Today's lesson's up.
Thank you. We're not going to need that. All right, everybody get out your notebooks. So today we are going to do a pop quiz. Tear out a piece of paper from your notebooks, write your name at the top, and the numbers 1 through 10 down the margin. Yeah.
No one really uses notebooks anymore. I just have my laptop.
Oh. What's on your screen right now? What's on your screen?
YouTube.
You fail.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh.
I only brought a laptop too.
What are you watching? You fail. Everyone else who only has a laptop or a device, you fail. You know what? Wait. Good luck.
He walked out.
Wait, where are you? Dr. Dustin.
Jason, your TA just texted me, broke a bottle in class and stormed out.
I didn't storm out. I walked out.
What the hell is going on?
It's like a slow death in there, so I quit.
You can't do that.
Yes, I can.
Actually, I can do whatever I want.
See? And he messed up that dude's life by quitting. How can you quit? He quit. Well, he had a plan, but how did he quit? Well, he thought the dude wasn't coming back, but spoiler alert, he does. But this is a great show. All right. Guess what, folks? Our show has come to an end for this episode. Today we talked Braves, we talked Falcons, we talked toys, talked the Acolyte, and we talked Dark Matter. So I think it was a successful show. So guess what? We will be back next week. We'll also be on the Cartoon Rewind podcast. Again, I'm your host, Dottley. This is the Ninja of Another Color. We are pop culture, current events, sports, and much more. Rate us, review us, tell a friend to tell a friend. Please give us 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars, 2 stars. You can even give me 1 star. I don't mind, because if you don't give me any stars, I'll just assume I'm doing it properly. We are available on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcasts, Pandora, YouTube Music, formerly Google Podcasts, TuneIn, and Apple Podcasts. You can contact us at ninjasanothercolor@gmail.com. We're available on Facebook, IG, and TikTok. You can support podcasts via Cash App or Zelle. The information is on the About page of our screen. This has been a great episode. We will see you next week.
ヒロシ、手袋を合わせ、鋼鉄ジーグと叫べ。その時お前は鋼鉄ジーグに変身する。手袋を合わせる。鋼鉄。今だ。はい。リーグスタート。
Gotta love a 70s cartoon.
何をしているの？急いで！うるさいぜ、ミッチー。初めてなんだ仕方ねえだろ。おい、埴輪原人、鋼鉄ジーグが相手になるぞ。あれは何者？あしもたたんたんたんたんたんまんしまったねとパワーゴーゴーゴーラックヒロシのやつは焦ってんぞ。はい、ヒロシさん、もっとしっかり狙うのよ。ヒロシ！ヒロシさん！よほどにもないやつだ。ルゴン、とどめを刺してしまえ。ミサイル！ヒロシ！片身のペンダントは私とお前のシンボルマークなのだ。立てヒロシ！ナックルボンバー！ よし、落ち着いていけ。はい、お父さん。危ない。マグネットパワーオン。よし、いいぞ。あと一息だ。よし。やった。
Kill that man.
やったぞ。
ひろしさん、おめでとう。